Hi there, friends. My name is Jess, and welcome to Kissed by Bliss. Soulful radiance for your everyday flow. Burning the candle at both ends, yet yearning to put the spark back in your heart? You've just found your match. Here on Kissed by Bliss, we're passionate about nurturing your entire being, cultivating true happiness, and having those raw, real conversations that resonate with real-life moments. In each episode, we'll journey through the mind, body, and soul to ignite your inner fire and reveal your most radiant self. Together, we'll unlock the secrets to living a life that's both prosperous and soul-satisfying. So, if you're buckled up and ready to go, Kissed by Bliss starts now. Hello there, and welcome to episode number 1 of Kissed by Bliss. My name is Jess, and I am so excited to be here with you today. I will tell you, this has been a long time coming, and I finally got my mic set up, which is an accomplishment because, this was not easy, but it was so beautiful, and it is so cute, and it is pink, and so I knew I had to use it, and so here we are. I hope you like it. So I am so excited, as I said, to have you here, and no matter where you're tuning in from, I just want to welcome you in. Maybe you're on a walk, maybe you're in your office, maybe you're in the car, heck, maybe you're even in your bed. Welcome in, my love. It is so nice to meet you. So I want to start off by just asking a couple questions. Let's just reflect a little bit. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, there has to be more to this? Maybe you have a picture-perfect life on the outside, but deep down, something feels off. Something feels missing. Maybe there's a little voice inside your head whispering, maybe she's shouting, that you have a bigger purpose to discover. And if you're nodding your head yes right now, then I want to assure you that you are in the right place, my friend, because I have been there. I have so been there. Corporate girl, burning the candle at both ends. That was me. I actually spent 15 years pursuing a digital marketing career, beginning my first job inside the automotive industry at just 15. And ending my corporate career in the automotive industry as well. I was the director of brand marketing for a national auto broker. And while, I would be not being honest with myself if I said that I didn't enjoy my work. I did enjoy it. It is what I knew. It is where I felt at home. I loved the people that I worked with, but there was always just something inside of me telling me that I was meant for something different, that there was more to discover on my path. I just had no idea what more was or what more looked like. And so I'm going to go into a little bit more of that story in just a few. But first, I want to share my not-so-secret mission. And that is really to, for one, help you to weave more happiness and bliss into your everyday flow, no matter where that flow finds you. And to be a friend who can hold up a mirror and really show you just how beautifully brilliant you truly are. I want to help you to illuminate the sleeping superpower, because each one of us have one. Nobody is without. That is within you, that is yearning to emerge, right? The sleeping superpower within you that is yearning to emerge, so that you can truly live a life aligned to your happiest and highest potential, to your happiest reality, to having all of the things that you desire, because you deserve that. And I want you to know that that is possible for you, and to never, ever, 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 ever doubt that. No matter where you are at today, there is always room to grow into exactly who you want to be and where you want to go. Perhaps there are so many other things to worry about, so many other things to do, that you don't even have time to think about what you truly want, let alone do it. And so this was me. This was me 8 years ago. I had just lost my mom very suddenly to cardiac arrest while she was sleeping in her high-rise condo. And as she took her last breath in her world, my world completely shattered. My mom was my best friend. She was my biggest fan. She was my go-to wingman. She was my everything. And so when I lost her, I lost myself, or who I thought I was. And I hit a pretty major rock bottom. I turned to toxic behaviors and toxic relationships to try and numb my pain. But no amount of anything could take away the pain that I had from losing my own mom. And one night I remember I found myself on my kitchen floor crying, begging for somebody to please help, to take away this pain that I couldn't bear to carry any longer. And I remember I looked over and I saw her little dog. She had a little Pomeranian, and I had just become her new mommy. And I picked her up and I squeezed her so tight. And in that moment, that little dog became my angel. That little dog became my connection to my mom. And I woke up the next day and I knew that I had two choices. One, I could keep spiraling down this path of self-destruction. Or two, I could get up, brush myself off, and live a life that my mom would be proud of. So thankfully, I chose the latter, but there were some major changes that had to happen first. Working full-time, it was very difficult at first for me to make these changes. And I wanted so badly to dig myself out of this hole that I was in. But I didn't feel like I had the time. And I quite frankly didn't feel like I had the energy. If you've been through grief or any major traumatic situation in your life, it drains you pretty quickly. And it lasts, I still have the grief. I've just learned how to integrate it better into my life, to become more peaceful with it, and to truly know that every single thing that happens in our life is always meant for a purpose, no matter what it is, no matter how dark it looks on the outside, no matter how dark it feels on the inside. It is truly meant to help us grow and to help our soul evolve and to help us to really become more of who we were born to be. And I believe that if we can go through life knowing this and trusting this and having faith in this, that every single thing that happens to us is really happening for us, then it opens us up to a whole new level of reality, to perception, and it really helps to clear a lot of the struggle that we have, because we become more at peace with it, knowing that it has a bigger purpose. But what I was getting at was that when I had just lost my mom, I was in so much pain that I didn't know how to get out of it. I didn't know how to pull myself out. And I just started to do, little things here and there. I can remember the thing that helped me the most was I would listen in my ear to audios. Whether I was driving, whether I was going to bed, when I first woke up, I would always have really positive, inspirational audios in my ears, because that helped me. Because when you're in that stage, when your vibration is so low, the only thing that wants to come in is more negative, right? Because if we have a low vibration, then we attract from that place. And so our mind starts, spinning, and it's very hard to get out of that loop. And so I found by listening to these audios and to this motivation that it was helping to raise me up, to lift me up, to take me out of this pain and this sadness. And then from there, I started to learn how to make little healthy on-the-go meals. I started working in my workouts, whether it was early in the morning or after work. And slowly but surely, I began to climb my way out to really see the light at the end of the tunnel. And it was about 7 months from this time that I decided to leave my corporate job to travel the world by myself for 30 days. And as I was off, finding my own light again, right? Finding this light at the end of the tunnel, I realized that I wanted to help other women find their light too. And here we are. And so, while that is the beginning of the journey, and that is where it all started, that was 8 years ago. And so to get to that point to where I am now, there was a lot of growth, a lot of evolving, a lot of inner work, a lot of mentors, a lot of people in and out of my life that helped me and didn't help me along the way, right? And so that's really what this Kissed by Bliss journey is all about. And I am here to share my journey with you, to share how I went from such a place of limitation, of pain and sadness, of feeling very lost in who I was, to a place of happiness and joy and being surrounded by the most loving people and knowing exactly what I am here to do. And that is a gift that I can't even put words to. And I knew that once I found my way out of the hole and got to this place, that I had to share with other women, with other people, in hopes that it will give you context for your own journey and help you to rediscover, to newly discover, to pull you higher, to help you rise into the person who you were born to be. In short, and we will be going much deeper in the coming episodes, but what I've realized, is like, we think, right? We think that we have to make these giant leaps to change our lives. And while, yes, There was giant leaps that I took and giant leaps that you will take if you are following, this path of awakening to your highest and most abundant self. It's really the small daily actions that get you to jump, right? So yes, we have to take the leap, but there's so much that goes into actually leaping. And I didn't quite understand what I was getting myself into, but I knew it was the right choice. And I listened to my heart, and that was the most important thing. And I have never stopped listening to my heart. No matter how hard times got, no matter how much I wanted to give up, no matter how loud the voices inside of my head got telling me that I'm gonna fail, that this isn't gonna work, who do you think you are to do this and be a coach and all the things, that our ego tries to tell us. But essentially I kept going, and I kept putting one foot in front of the other. I kept getting up every single day and going in the direction of my heart. So the Kiss by Bliss journey can be related to the metamorphosis of a butterfly. And at its simplest core, you can relate it to the butterfly effect, right? Which is one tiny change can transform your entire life. And so I want to share a powerful example of exactly how this can work with something that I like to call the miracle morning. Because once I began to incorporate just a very simple morning routine into my life, everything began to shift. And, our mornings are so important because they set the tone for our days. And our days become our weeks, and our weeks become our months, and our months become our years, and our years become our life. So as you can see, that is quite the ripple. Let me share how this would look, right? So you wake up and you have this morning routine. Heck, a morning routine can literally be 3 minutes where you are listening to an audio, where you are practicing gratitude. Essentially, it's anything but waking up and going to your phone or your email. It is carving out just a small amount of space that you dedicate for yourself, knowing that it is literally going to change your entire day and has the capability to change your entire life. So if you ask me, 3 to 5 minutes is very much worth an entire shift in your life. So let's think. So we wake up and we just listen to a 3-minute motivational audio. So we're like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling good. You get ready, you walk out the door, and, it's time to have breakfast, or maybe you have breakfast before you leave. And because you already started your morning feeling so good, you have raised, right, your vibration, which we're really going to go deeper into your vibration in the next episode. But just that small act is going to, let's just say, put you in a better mood, okay? So from there, you are going to feel like you want to eat, a healthier meal. Instead of going through the drive-through, at McDonald's, maybe you go to Starbucks and, you get little egg bites or the egg white bites, which is more healthy, right? And then from there, you're like, okay, now I ate healthy. Now I'm going to be inspired to move my body. Yes, I'm going to either go for a walk at lunch, or I'm going to catch a workout after work. And so then you begin to feel better, right? And your energy starts to increase and your confidence begins to increase. And all of a sudden, after you're doing this for even a few days, even a week, you're going to start noticing that you just have naturally more energy, more vitality. It's going to begin to transform the way that you show up at work. You're going to tackle challenges in a new way. You're going to respond and react differently. And, your relationships are going to begin to flourish, because as you bring your best self to the table, that translates into every single thing that you do. So you can literally begin to become this source of inspiration without even knowing it, for yourself, for your family, for your coworkers. And you'll notice that the ripple effect really extends beyond us, right? Beyond you. It has the power to touch the lives of many more people, just by you making a simple choice to start your morning off right. And so I wanted to share that because it's such a powerful example. It is one that I am so fond of, that I shout from the rooftops, that I believe everybody should have a morning routine, because it's just created so much magic in my life. And here's the real magic, right? These changes, they aren't just external, right? They're creating tiny shifts within you, gradually, as I said, raising your vibration, raising your happiness, raising your mood, raising your emotions. And this is what I believe to be the key to a life of genuine joy, abundance, freedom, peace. Heck, it's the key to whatever you want. And so I always say, my very favorite saying is, when you get the inside right, the outside magically falls into place. And that includes your career, your family life, your financial situation, your personal and professional freedom, and so much more. And so I just want to let you know and show you what is available to you by just making small, tiny choices throughout your day that feel good, And you'll hear me say this often, because this is a universal truth, right? As within, so without. Your inner world shapes your external reality. And that is why the KBB, Kiss by Bliss path, focuses on creating impactful changes from the inside out. And I believe within each episode, you are going to get closer and closer to really learning who you are and what you want and what you stand for and where you're going and what makes you happy, most importantly. What brings you bliss? And then making sure that every small moment that you take in your life, every small choice, every action is aligned to that woman. That's my goal with Kiss by Bliss, is to create a community where we can all come together, where we can all lift each other up, where we can all rise into the women that we know in our hearts that we are meant to become. It makes me emotional because I'm so passionate about this, and because I've just waited so long to be able to share it. And so thank you for being here on episode 1. And for embarking on this brand new journey with me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to take a short pause and I'm going to come back and I'm going to leave you with a kiss of bliss because that's what we are going to do on every episode here, is we are going to leave with a kiss of bliss that you can take with you into your daily life to start feeling joy and happiness right now. All right, so in each episode, I'm going to share one simple practice that you can start implementing into your daily flow to start feeling more bliss in your life right now. So today's Kiss of Bliss is something that I like to call the gratitude sunrise. So it's a very beautiful way to start your day on a positive note and really set the tone for everything else that comes along. So here's how it goes. You're going to wake up, right? You're going to open your eyes, and before you reach for your phone, before you even get out of bed, you can do this while laying down. I like to sit up and, kind of just stretch a little bit and say, okay, it's morning. Here we go. And you're going to take 3 deep breaths. And as you're taking each breath, I want you to think of one thing that you are grateful for. These can be so simple, right? It can be from the warm bed that you're sleeping in. It could be for your person laying next to you. Maybe that's your furry friend. It could be a big project you're working on, like whatever, it's whatever you feel in that moment that you are grateful for. And as you are taking in these 3 breaths and you're thinking of the things that you are grateful for, in and out, I want you to imagine a gold, warm sunlight shining down on you and filling you with its own love and its own gratitude. So as you are sharing gratitude, you are also receiving gratitude, because that is the most beautiful thing about the universe, right? Is whatever we are putting out is what we get back. So you can start practicing that just with this simple gratitude exercise. So you're expressing what you're grateful for, and then you're receiving the light right back that is making you feel loved and warm and fuzzy as you start your day. So I hope that you enjoyed this first episode. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here. I am so excited, as I've expressed quite a few times, I think, to get started. And, my inbox is always open. If there's anything that you related to in this episode, you can feel free to email me, and we're just going to take it from here. So I'm wishing you a beautiful, blissful day, and I will chat with you soon. Mwah. I'm Jess, and thank you for tuning in to Kiss by Bliss. Soulful radiance for your everyday flow. Airing every second and fourth week at 8:30 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. Until next time, keep shining bright. It's the tiny sparks of self-love today that reveal your most radiant self tomorrow. Ready to kickstart your Kissed by Bliss adventure? Hop on over to kissedbybliss.com. That's KISSD by bliss.com for exclusive tools and resources to uplift your spirit and thrive in your everyday life. Sending love, hugs, and high vibes today and always.